I want to make sure I show this award and honor Ralph Page at this time with a letter that came directly from the president. And I've used this time as part of my presentation, so I won't take up no extra time. But if you don't mind, let me read this to you that came from the President of the United States, President Barack Obama, to Mr. Ralph Page. Dear Ralph, please accept my warm congratulations on your retirement. Your decades with the Federation of Southern Cooperatives demonstrate a powerful commitment to economic empowerment and social justice. By working to expand opportunity in rural communities, you have lifted up today's family farmers and paved the way for tomorrow, playing an important part in shaping a bright, innovative future for our country. Again, congratulations as you begin this new chapter. I wish you all the best. Sincerely, President Barack Obama. Taking this to Ralph for this sorry. Again, I won't take much time, but I wonder as you put it, I'm going to climb down. Let me start by saying thank you. I really want to say thank you. To those who persevered through many challenges before and during the 60s and began organizing to help themselves, thank you. To those visionaries, some are still in the room today, who came together in 1966 in Louisiana and in Mount Union, Mississippi, to discuss their common challenge, what could be, and the idea of an organization like the Federation. Thank you. To those 22 cooperatives, their representatives, and radical partners who nurtured that idea and traveled to Atlanta, Georgia in 1967 to birth and charter what they call the Federation of Southern Cooperatives. Thank you. To those many cooperatives, farmers, landowners, and communities, past and present, who struggled over the past 48 years to build this organization to what it was and what it is today. Thank you. To the board of directors, elected by you in membership, who have entrusted in me the sacred responsibility and the opportunity to serve this organization. Thank you. To Charles Prejean, who accepted the first responsibility to serve as the executive director in 1967. Thank you. And again, to Ralph Page, my mentor and friend, who served as the executive director for the past 30 years, and along with many of you who are in this room today, who took this organization through some of the most challenging times. Thank you. And I must say to my wife and family who've been patient and understanding with me over these last 5 months, thank you. Finally, to all of you who came here to celebrate with us today, who celebrated Thursday, Friday, and today, I say thank you. As you all know, this has been a time of transition for the organization. And transition always means change. Change is hard, but we must always change or perish. It was Ben Franklin who said, when we are finished changing, we are finished. Let me repeat that. When we are finished changing, we are finished. So let's always change. We must constantly change as an organization. We must constantly change as cooperative businesses. We must constantly change as landowners and farmers. We must change constantly as a staff and as your servants. We must always change. Now as your servant, I embrace this change, and I ask that you, the membership, staff, and our many partners, embrace this challenge with me as we continue to build this organization, your organization, into what it was envisioned to be in 1966, what it was chartered to do in 1967, and what it has evolved to after strategically merging with the Emergency Land Fund in 1985 to become the Federation of Southern Cooperatives Land Assistance Fund. Our mission, our vision, and our focus has always been and continues to be centered around three critical things: cooperative economic development, land retention, and advocacy. Our covenant, your covenant with each other also included building an endowment to sustain this organization through rough times. It accomplished developing and maintaining an effective rural training center. This rural training center, which has always been the center of most of our work. Now we must recommit ourselves to the vision, our mission, and our covenant as a federation, and to work around cooperative economic development, land retention, and advocacy. And we will recommit to building that endowment. We will recommit to maintaining this training center as a place of education, training, demonstration, and more importantly, a place of celebration. This organization, your organization, our federation, is a non-profit cooperative association that grew out of the civil rights movement. It grew out of the need of many. It grew out of the needs of many as an organization, and it's an organization that withstood many challenges, externally and internally. It was built and maintained an infrastructure that was crucial to the survival of this organization. An infrastructure that is owned and controlled by you, the membership, the farmers, the landowners, the cooperatives, and the community. So again, I say thank you. This organization, it is because of its many partners of the past and present. Many of them who are here today, who came to celebrate with us Thursday, Friday, and some are still here. We thank you for celebrating with us over this weekend. Hope that you continue to celebrate with us. Our theme for this year is growing sustainable partnerships. We celebrated two on Thursday in Birmingham. Reverend Charles and Shirley Sherrod, a couple that embodies sustainable partnerships. Growing sustainable partnerships. Let's do just that. Let's recommit ourselves to our partnerships. Let's recommit to our partnership with each other as a federation, a collective of farmers, landowners, and cooperatives. Let's revitalize our collective marketing efforts as cooperatives on a regional, national, and even international level. Let's double down on our land retention efforts, our efforts to save Black-owned land, because it matters. Black-owned land matters. It matters to our families, it matters to our communities. It matters to the South, a South that's in a growing demand to feed a growing population. It matters to this country, and this country's conservation efforts to protect soil, water, and air. Black-owned land matters. It matters to the world. Black-owned land matters. It matters to the world as we all work together to understand the value of land and agriculture, and it's important to economies and fighting poverty. Black-owned land matters. Let's realize the value of this membership and our collective ability to make change. We have a collective ability to make change through advocacy. We must all talk together. We must talk with one voice. Let's make that change. Let's recommit to that. Let's continue to work with our many partners as they support us to continue to build the infrastructure of this organization. The infrastructure of this organization that's meant to help ourselves. For these are the partnerships that are the federation. The partnerships that will grow with us and enable us to endure change over these many years. The partnerships that will move us closer to our vision. A vision of a sustainable rural community that is supported by a network of farmers, landowners, cooperatives, and credit unions, which are all based on local control and leadership and created around land-based economic development and wealth creation. So I say to you, we must continue cooperatively down this road to build a sustainable future. Building down that path of building this federation to all that it was intended to be. And we must do this by growing sustainable partnerships. Again, I say to you, thank you.